Okay, y'all. I got a Naruto video. Naruto. This is Naruto. This is actually Naruto versus Zabuza during the Land of Waves. Now, Naruto didn't really fight Zabuza, right? He kind of did a little bit, but not really, right? We're gonna say in this scenario that Kakashi ends up fighting against Haku, and Zabuza ends up taking on Naruto. We can say that Naruto, because Naruto back then, we understand he was like, really hyper little boy. He couldn't sit back in such situations. He just jumped head first, you know, and like definitely he would try to do some shit like that to prove he's better than Sasuke, right? We'll just say that's how this scenario starts, right? And it happens at the bridge, right? So let's get into it, right? Strength from what can happen in this fight kind of thing. I'm giving it to Naruto, all right? Because when he uses the Nine Tails chakra, he'll be able to do some damage, and he'll be feeling those hits, right? Specifically, the striking power of Naruto when the Nine Tails flow. At first it won't be like that. It won't be like that at the beginning of the fight. Then later on, as the fight goes on, Naruto gets desperate and he calls upon the Nine Tails chakra, where the seal loosens slightly, and some of that chakra comes out. The um, catalyst for it being his anger, right? So that happens, right? And we seen him do that, so we know he can do that at that point in time. Um, so it's possible it's for him to be stronger physically, even if it's only for a couple minutes. Now, speed wise, I still think Zabuza's faster than that Naruto. Still think he's faster than that kind of Naruto. And he's not known for being fast. Out of the two guys, Zabuza and Haku, he's the slower one, but he's still faster than Naruto. Then when it comes to durability, I also got Zabuza with the durability. You know, both characters aren't really known for the durability. Like, not Naruto this early on, right? But Zabuza was like, you know, he can't help that he had to fight against, how many gangsters and shit, right? In his final moments, and get stabbed by all these fucking spears and knives and other things. So if he's just fighting one kid that, might power up, well, probably will power up, yeah, he ain't taking that much damage. Not until later on in the fight. Endurance wise, I actually got Zabuza. Naruto can't hang with him. Not this early on in Naruto. Um, he can't stay in the fight that long. And I'm not saying Zabuza is great with endurance, man. I'm saying Hobbit 2 is the better one. And then when it comes to intelligence, it's Zabuza. Zabuza is better at assessing the situation, and other things. He'll come to find out that this boy has, other things going on, and he'd be like, okay, now I have to like up it. I have to actually, kill this boy now because he's now a wild animal, and I can't, afford to let him like manifest more power, right? So smart, and then also more experience, right? Naruto, this was his first mission, like his first real mission. Um, so yeah, man. Zabuza has this one in the bag. As far as experience goes, close skills, I'll give it to Naruto. Naruto's running up on him, hitting him and shit. Now Zabuza, can do that, or he could fuck with him from a distance. He's hitting this jutsu. He has clones. He has water style jutsus that he can hit him with from a distance. So range skills obviously go to Zabuza. Um, when it comes to recovery, Naruto has good recovery though because of the Nine Tails chakra. Of course, earlier on he ain't using it like he is later on, but it's still, there. The presence of it's still there. Um, And then Hacks, I'll give it to Naruto because he does have tail beast. Yeah, Zabuza, he has a sword, and it's an executioner's blade, and he will be getting the nicks, repaired during the fight, um, via Naruto's iron inside of his blood. And then also he has water style jutsu. Water style jutsu. Uh, you know what? I'm giving it to Zabuza because the little bit of Nine Tails power that he has, man, it ain't enough. Not at that point in the series. Like he never showed. He didn't even show one tail during that time. He showed a burst of Nine Tails chakra, and then it was gone. It'll be the same in this fight. So environment, I'll give it to Zabuza since he's hired to be there. And Naruto's never been to that bridge until that day he was there, and he's just like he's there because the enemy's there. It's like that. Um, so I'm giving this fight to Zabuza. Zabuza wins high difficulty. The only reason it's high difficulty is because of the Nine Tails chakra, man. Honestly, he wins like mid to low difficulty without the Nine Tails, chakra coming out. But I'll give Naruto the credit because we did see it come out during that time. But it ain't gonna last that long, so he's probably getting chopped down that ways. When it's all said and done. But be cool on the corner, and I'll have more videos coming out as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is Naruto during the Land of Waves. Keep that in mind. He was not like that back then. Had I used a newer version of Naruto, he's low diffing, no diffing, Zabuza. But this version of Naruto, he can't do that, man.